Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this morning. Please rise as we sing O Canada to start the morning off. Uniform members, please wear your headdress. Thank you. Please join with me. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true, no strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Welcome, everyone. I'm Inspector Ken McCullough, and thank you for coming out for our swearing-in ceremony for our new Chief of Police, Michael Bellai. The Chief comes to us from Stratford Police Service, where and he has almost 30 years of policing experience, and he brings numerous competencies and skills to our community to lead us into the future. 1 week ago, we said farewell to Chief Dan Rivet, and he served the community for 20 years and with distinction. And I know he would be here today, except he promised this on his first day of retirement today that he would be spending it on his dock at Rideau Lake with his cup of coffee. So I can picture him sitting there, but he'll be thinking about us. Now we welcome Chief Bellai to our community and offer him support and assistance as he leads our police service into the future. With a new police service building, a rapidly growing community, and upcoming changes to the Police Services Act. I would like to acknowledge a few guests. Your Honor, Justice Kevin Sherwood is here today to assist with the administration of the oath. And Chief Bellai's family, his wife Sandra, his son Jake, his brother Mark, and Mark's brother Catherine, I believe. What did I say? Sorry. His brother Mark and Mark's wife Catherine. Sorry. And his worship, the Mayor of Saugeen Shores, Mike Smith, and Deputy Mayor Luke Charbonneau, Chair of our Police Services Board, and President of the Police Association, Ken Cook. So, start off, we're going to have some comments from Chair of our Police Services Board, Luke Charbonneau.
Thank you, Inspector McCullough, and good morning. Thank you for being here today to take part in this important event for our local police service and for our community. Appointing a police chief to serve the community is one of the most important roles of the Police Services Board, and the board is assembled here, actually sitting behind us here, and welcome to them. Today is the culmination of an extensive search that spanned many months and attracted candidates from across the province and beyond. I can tell you that there were a very large number of extremely well-qualified candidates, all interested in living and working as the Chief of Police in this exceptional community. But from the very beginning and through every step of the process, one candidate consistently rose to the top of the pack. And if you're wondering, yes, he's sitting up here with us today. Chief Michael Bellai has the qualifications, experience, and demeanor to lead our local police service through whatever challenges it may face over the coming years. The Police Services Board is absolutely confident that he will ensure that every day the police officers of the town of Saugeen Shores do their utmost to serve and protect in partnership with the community. Over the coming months, we will be designing and constructing a new Saugeen Shores police building. We will be contending with the implications of a new Police Services Act of Ontario, and we will begin working with the Saugeen Shores Police Association toward a newly negotiated collective bargaining agreement. We will be doing all of this as we contend with the pressures that come with a rapidly growing community, the legalization of marijuana, and an opioid epidemic that is steadily worsening. I believe that under the leadership of Mike Bellai, our local police service will be extremely well positioned to deal with each of these issues and whatever else our community may face. Together with him, your police board, police officers, and civilian police staff will continue to work toward fulfilling our mission to make Saugeen Shores the safest community in which to live and work and raise a family. So, on behalf of the Saugeen Shores Police Services Board, let me say congratulations, Chief Bellai, and welcome aboard. Thank you.
And next we'll have comments from Ken Cook, who's the president of the Saugeen Shores Police Association.
Thank you, Inspector. Tough following Luke up always. I've got a lot of the same sentiment and words that Luke just shared with you, so it may sound like a bit of a repeat, but here we are. Yesterday we said goodbye to the man that led Saugeen Shores Police Service as chief for 11 years. With 27 years of policing, 20 of those with Saugeen Shores Police, and 11 years as chief. Among his accomplishments, which were many, Chief Rivet built a highly competent police service. In his words from a press release yesterday, a top-notch staff that has proven time and again they can handle any type of investigation. Though we are a small service, hence why I'm in uniform today, I may need to run out if we get a call, the officers and civilian staff are highly skilled and capable group. These are people that Chief Rivet recruited and he selected to be trained. Policing in the province of Ontario and in Saugeen Shores is ever evolving. Currently before the provincial legislature is Bill 175, a Safer Ontario Act, that will have implications on policing and the way it's done in Ontario as well as in Saugeen Shores. As Chairman Charbonneau mentioned, the opioid epidemic is also rearing its head in Grey Bruce, as we recently saw with carfentanil discovered in Hanover. The changing demographics and rapid population growth within Saugeen Shores is at our doorsteps here as well. And provincial funding cutbacks, which are all too familiar to the police service and to town council. Servicing downloads from the Ministry of Health and Natural Resources are also there to consider. These are all but a few things that the new Chief of Police will need to navigate our organization through in the short term. I'm confident from looking at Chief Bellai's resume and meeting with him over the past few weeks that he will be up to the task of anything thrown at him. One only needs to look at his resume. Aside from maybe mentioning his stint in the NBA, he's done a lot. His accomplishments are many, and his knowledge of policing is vast. As president of the Saugeen Shores Police Association, I look forward to working with Chief Bellai on matters involving the operations of Saugeen Shores Police Service. As an officer, I look forward to his guidance and leadership. On behalf of the membership of the Saugeen Shores Police Association, I would like to officially welcome Chief Bellai.
Thanks, Ken. Next we'll have Mike Smith, the mayor of the town of Saugeen Shores.
Thank you, Ken, and good morning. I get, as the mayor, get to do many great things, and a lot of it is social events where you get to welcome people to your community, and I really enjoyed that this morning. But before I start, I've done many of these, but I just would like to say I wish I had a voice like Mr. Doug Lyons. Everybody can hear him, and I know I have a weaker voice, but he does very well. But I just, first of all, welcome to Chief and your family. I just want to say a little bit about our community and about my involvement. I was on the Police Services Board for 14 years, so I've seen this will be the fourth chief that I wasn't involved in the selection, but have been here in the community. And interestingly, my father was appointed as the Justice of the Peace in 1958 in Southampton. So he was a justice peace. So we had all throughout our life, we had active involvement with the police service. They would often come to our house, knock on the door in the middle of the night and say, "Can you sign this piece of paper for my father?" And he would do it. And we got to know the police pretty intimately. They were friends of our family for many of them. The former chief, no, not Dan. He was Port Elgin chief. Leo Strauss was a former RCMP officer that was stationed in Owen Sound and often come over, and he got to be a personal friend then here. But what you learn about that is it's a group of dedicated individuals that to your community that do it 24 hours a day, and you live in the community that you work in, and that often and can present challenges, and you see it. And I know you live that daily, but we thank you for the work you do to our community, for our communities. The other thing I just want to say a little bit about Saugeen Shores. It is a very popular place. If you'll know, it's growing very rapidly. It's the fastest growing community in Grey and Bruce County. Residences and commercials. There's a reason for that. People see great value and want to live in Saugeen Shores. And there's a number of causes for that. One of them is we have lots to offer, but it's the services we provide, not only through the town, through our police service. So you are coming to a very rapidly growing and changing community, and I'm not going to go on much longer, but to say welcome to your whole family, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Okay, now we'll have the administration of the oath, so I'll call on the Honorable Justice Kevin Sherwood and Chief Bellai.
Chief Bellai, just before we administer the oaths here, I want to first of all thank the Police Services Board and His Worship Mayor Smith, and of course yourself, for asking me to participate in this ceremony today. I'm looking forward to returning to Saugeen Shores in the next few months, and I couldn't think of a more fitting way to discharge my first public function than this process today. So we'll deal with the oaths. I'm going to ask if you would take the Bible, please. And I'm going to ask that you please read each oath, and then we'll attend to its signing as we go.
I, Michael Bellai, solemnly swear that I will be loyal to Canada, that I will uphold the Constitution of Canada, and that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve the peace, prevent offences, and discharge my duties as Chief of Police faithfully, impartially, and according to law, so help me God. I solemnly swear. I'll just sign this. Okay. I, Michael Bellai, solemnly swear that I will be loyal to Canada, that I will uphold the Constitution of Canada, and that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve the peace, prevent offences, and discharge my duties as Chief of Police faithfully, impartially, and according to law, so help me God.
All the special guests here today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you your new Police Chief, Mike Bellai. Congratulations.
Chief Bellai, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Saugeen Shores Police Service to present you with your new Saugeen Shores Police Service badge.
Thank you very much. Your Honor, Justice Sherwood, Your Worship Mayor Smith, members of the Saugeen Shores Police Services Board, civilian and sworn officers, community members, family, and friends. I want to thank each and every one of you attending today's ceremony. It means the world to my family, myself, and the Saugeen Shores Police Services to have you present here today. I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to the members of the Saugeen Shores Police Services Board for selecting me as a new chief of the Saugeen Shores Police Service. I look forward to the future of the service, as it is a bright one, and working closely with members of the Police Service Board who are progressive, dedicated, and who continually look toward providing the citizens of Saugeen Shores a first-class police service. I intend to continue to work hard to ensure that when the Saugeen Shores Police Service Board looks back at their decision to appoint me as Chief of Police of this exceptional police service, they do so with pride and satisfaction. Retired Chief Dan Rivet, who is sitting on his dock reading a book, as he promised himself he would do on the first day of the next chapter of his life, thank you for your mentorship in providing me an excellent roadmap to providing the citizens of Saugeen Shores a community-based police service. Inspector Ken McCullough and members of the Saugeen Shores Police Service, both civilian and sworn, thank you for your dedication, commitment, and hard work to make sure the Saugeen Shores Police Service continues to move in the direction it is. I am fortunate to have such professional and hardworking individuals who share my passion for policing and who are committed to providing the best service possible to our community. These exceptional people continue to demonstrate professionalism, true dedication, and have made significant changes in the community and people's lives. I look forward to working alongside all members of the Saugeen Shores Police Service. Your input will be paramount as we progress to the next chapter of this fine police service. It is a very humbling experience for me as I look at everyone who has taken the time out of their busy schedules today to share this special day with my family and I. As I look around, I see a number of community members and leaders, members of council, town directors, and faith-based community leaders that I've had the privilege of meeting and look forward to working with in this wonderful community. Thank you for attending today. The officers that I've partnered with over the last 30 years, whether it be in patrol, emergency response, criminal investigation, street crime, or senior management, I thank you all for your commitment and friendship over the years. I will admit I have an insatiable appetite for information. I am always seeking new innovative ways of improving service delivery and looking for ways to make positive change to make sure we continue to progress as a viable police service. More than any course I attended, whether assigned or sought out on my own, I've learned so much from officers that I've worked with in all different areas I've been assigned. Without each and every one of their advice and friendship, I would not be in the position I am here today to lead the Saugeen Shores Police Service. In my past roles, and now as I take on the new responsibilities as Chief of Police, I can't help but recognizing again how I've been blessed to be able to learn from exceptional police leaders throughout the province. With their help and advice, I feel comfortable transitioning to my new position. Leading the Saugeen Shores Police Service into the future is an exciting and challenging time. As a police leader, I clearly understand and support the need for effective community partnerships. Working together with our partners in the community safety and security web has and will continue to allow us to provide the best services for the most vulnerable people in society and is the key to future success. Continuing to build adaptable models that meet the community of Saugeen Shores' best needs by forming meaningful and sustainable partnerships is the direction the Saugeen Shores Police Service will follow into the future. The service is committed to delivering a more effective public safety model. We understand that this cannot be done in isolation, and we are committed to operating in a wider safety and security network to ensure the citizens of Saugeen Shores are provided the best available service. The service will also look inward to ensure service delivery by leveraging technology, forging partnerships with academic researchers, and enhance our commitment to evidence-based policing. Every morning I review what has occurred in the community of Saugeen Shores over the last 24 hours. I do so with a great deal of pride and satisfaction, recognizing just what the men and women of the Saugeen Shores Police Service have so humbly accomplished to help the community with courage, integrity, and to serve and protect our community with pride. The importance of providing the necessary resources to promote awareness and best practices for officers who too often witness traumatic events day in and day out is paramount in promoting and sustaining a healthy workforce as we move forward. It will continue to be my priority to ensure the officers are well trained, properly equipped, and work under the best conditions possible given the nature of the duties that they perform. For everyone that knows me, they know that family is everything to me. I'm blessed to have two families. My police family, that now includes the Saugeen Shores police family, and of course my immediate family. Try to keep it together here. I'm so happy to have my brother and my best friend Mark. Well, I will admit, I will never ever beat at a game of golf. And his wife, and brother or friend, and his wife, and my friend, Catherine. Thank you for always being there for me. My sons were absolutely everything to me. To watch them grow into fine young men is the absolute most rewarding part of my life. My oldest son, Matthew, who is an apprenticing carpenter, and unfortunately could not be here today as he's writing mandatory exams, and my son, Jacob, who is here with us today, who is pursuing his degree in environmental public health and following his dreams. I couldn't be prouder of both of my sons. You guys are the best. Do this to me every time, dear. And to my lovely and beautiful wife, Sandra, the most kind, thoughtful person I've ever met, an extraordinary mother, not just to my sons, but all their friends who stop by our house and visit and usually stay for a meal, and also refer to her as Mom. A wonderful wife who stood beside me and supported me throughout my career, no matter what I was assigned to or what course I was enrolled in. I promise this will be the last stop. Every day you keep me grounded and make me a better person. I love you. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who was responsible for putting this very special day together for me. Inspector Ken McCullough for emceeing, and everyone who took the time out of their busy schedules to make this a special day. Thank you all. In closing, it will be a privilege and honor to serve the community of Saugeen Shores as their new Chief of Police and ensure this community continues to be a safe community to live, work, and play, and the citizens are provided a first-class police service. This will be accomplished through the dedicated work of the members of the Saugeen Shores Police Service. We are all women and men who have committed ourselves to serve others. We will continue to do so with pride, honor, and integrity. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Chief, and congratulations. And I apologize, Pastor. I think I missed you in my introductions, but the next speaker will be Pastor David Baker, who is our service police chaplain.
Thank you, Inspector, for that warm welcome. I'd like to begin this morning by offering my congratulations to Chief Bellai. Welcome to our beautiful community, and his wonderful wife Sandra as well, and family. Welcome to our beautiful community. The town of Saugeen Shores is a beautiful community filled with wonderful people, and it is a joy to have you and your family in this community. For every ending, there's a beginning. For every memory, there's a dream ahead. As we conclude this special ceremony this morning, may we forever be in awe of all that had to happen in our lives to be in this moment right now. May our posture be that of thankfulness. Thankful for our country, Canada, and the freedoms and values that we enjoy. Thankful for our community, Saugeen Shores, and the precious people whom reside and call it home. Thankful for our leadership, federal, provincial, municipal, and all who serve. Thankful for this moment in history, in the swearing in of our new Chief of Police, Mike Bellai. May we go from here this morning and walk the walk of compassion and bring compassion to the center of our lives. May we cultivate the capacity to treat all people, no matter how different, with the reverence and respect that each deserve. May we live our lives with a purpose bigger than ourselves, understanding that when we do, you and I will begin to transcend our limitations and discover ourselves to be far greater than we ever imagined. May we understand as a people that we are stronger together when we set aside our differences and fix our gaze on what we can celebrate in common. May we recognize that our lives will be measured not by the titles that we carry, but by the number of hearts we heal and the lives that we transform. The legacy of each one of us will leave is so important. May we be vigilant, such that in our toil and labor of service, our hearts don't become hardened, our eyes don't become blind, that we don't forget where we came, nor neglect those who are meant to serve. May we realize that change always doesn't come easy, that everything worthwhile requires effort and sacrifice, that in order to accomplish things we've never accomplished, to become people we've never been, we must make sacrifices we've never made to do things we've never done. May we always be mindful that the thoughts we dwell on become us, and that everything you and I put into the world is going to come back. Indeed, what you do unto others will be done unto you, even more. May we walk away from this special gathering this morning determined to find ways to live an inspired life, absorb the inspiration of others, and become an inspiration to all people we encounter. May we all walk away with the will and courage to move beyond ourselves and leave our noble mark on our beloved community of Saugeen Shores, our country, Canada, and all of the earth. Let us depart from here this morning in peace and in love and charity with our neighbors. May we be joined together in the common goal of service to our God and our community, standing for righteousness and justice while defending our values we hold dear. If you are comfortable entering into a posture of prayer, I would invite you to join with me at this time as we pray a prayer of blessing for Chief Bellai. Let us pray. Father, Almighty God, Creator, we are gathered here this morning with our hearts fixed upon your goodness, and we are thankful for what you have accomplished in our midst already leading up to this special day. We are thankful for the country in which we live and call home. We are thankful for the town of Saugeen Shores. We are also thankful, Father, for the Saugeen Shores Police Service and each officer, staff person, and their families. We ask, Father, that you continue to sustain, strengthen, and protect each one as they serve you, Father, and this precious community. We are thankful, Father, for Chief Michael Bellai and his wife and family. We are thankful that you directed for our paths to cross, and we celebrate this awesome day, a fresh beginning and a new chapter. We are thankful for this day, for the people and lives who have served before us, and we are ever reminded and indebted to their legacy each has left behind. Now, Father, I pray a prayer of blessing upon Chief Michael Bellai, and I pray, Father, that you would grant our Chief of Police wisdom, compassion, strength, endurance, mercy, love, as he serves to the very best of his abilities before you, Father, and the great people of Saugeen Shores. May we, as citizens of Saugeen Shores, also commit this day to keep our Chief of Police and the Saugeen Shores Police Service in our thoughts and prayers, and do our part to keep our community safe and prosperous for all to enjoy. Let us drive safely and carefully to our homes and places of work, and may God's blessing be with each one of us. May your strength, God, sustain us. May your power preserve us. May your hand protect us. May your way direct us. And may your love go with us this day and forever. Respecting all faiths, beliefs, and traditions in attendance today and watching online, I pray this in the one whom I serve, Jesus Christ. Amen. May God bless you.
Thanks very much, Pastor Baker. Before we head out for refreshments and hors d'oeuvres, can I just add a few of my own thank yous. I would like to acknowledge the Police Services Board, the members who are all here today. Nancy Wanch, Deanna Buckland, our Secretary, Georgina Elliott, Doug Freiberger, Dave Mayette, and the Chair, Luc Charbonneau. Thanks very much for your commitment to maintaining local policing and for your efforts in going out and recruiting such a fine leader to lead us into the future. Justice Sherwood, thank you very much for coming out. I have a little token of our appreciation here for you. It's called a challenge coin, Saugeen Shores challenge coin. You might actually be able to use that as a get out of jail free coin. You need it?
I was looking for heads and tails.
Thank you. Thanks very much for coming out. And I'd like to acknowledge some of the local chiefs of police that attended today. Chief Stormberger from Owen Sound, and Chief Martin from West Grey, Inspector or Acting Deputy Chief Theocaris from Stratford, and the Inspectors Jeff Flooney and Mike Daze, and maybe it's Deputy Chief Flooney now, is it? No? Okay. So, anyways, and thank you all for coming out and helping us to celebrate our new leader. And so we can break now. There's refreshments and hors d'oeuvres available down if you just go into the entranceway of the arena. Down at the end, there's a boardroom, and we have refreshments available. Okay. Thank you.